So I wasn't recording diaries for the last handful of days. And I've been like moving forward, doing good stuff. I'm just practicing my music every day. And for the last 2 nights, I've written a song each night. And I mean, that's all great. But, and I'm sounding good. I want to sound better. And that's kind of the issue. Well, let me start here. There's this book. It was in whatever time period it was written. Let me find out actually real quick. It was the most popular book in England aside from how is a Wikipedia page not coming up? I did. In the 1600s. It was came out in 1678. It was the most popular book in England, aside from the Bible. Second only to the Bible. Everyone had a copy. Everyone in England had a copy of, and it was the Pilgrim's Progress. Everyone had a copy of the Pilgrim's Progress and the Bible. Everyone in England. I read it back when I was working at Amazon. There was a period of time whenever I was working there. There was a job called SLAM, which means ship, label, apply. Scan, label, apply, manifest. And what that is that whenever the box goes over a certain part of the conveyor belt before it's sent down to the shipping dock, it's scanned. Doop. There's a little spoo. You'll see a label if you buy Amazon. A label that starts with SPOO or SPO and then a handful of digits. That label is scanned, okay? And then there's a printer. It prints off the proper label with your shipping address. It applies that label, and then it's scanned one more time, and that's when it's manifest in the system and ready to go. Scan, label, apply, manifest. And there was a period of time where they had enough SLAM operators working it. Later on, they tried to minimize as much as they could the number of SLAM operators, and it became a hell job when before it was like the best job in the fucking building. And we had a computer that we would use, and the computer had like Google and stuff. I'd read books all night during my downtime. I would really work hard to get the work done that would come in, and then I'd sit on my table actually and read a book. And my dog's gonna annoy the shit out of me because I have pizza rolls, and it's like, if I have food and I'm talking to my computer that he's not being paid attention to, and he's gonna have to wait to get some of my food. I just want to kill him because every time he whines, my train of thought just derails completely. I love this dog. That's the only thing he does that makes me want to like snap his doggy neck. Here, I'll do a little bit. He's not being given attention. Not being paid attention to while he's begging for food. Alright, shut up. Go away. Go away. But yeah, in that book, which by the way stars a character who is named Christian. The story starts out, and Christian just starts his journey. He decides that the city he's in is due for destruction, and that he has to follow God and ignore everything that everyone else among his people says and get going. He actually leaves his wife behind too, which pissed people off so bad at the time that he wrote a sequel to the book about Christian's wife also coming along. Which I never read. Because fuck a bitch. Alright. Very early in the story, I think it's the first thing that happens after he leaves the city. He ends up in the Bog of Despond. I actually don't even know what despond means exactly. Oh, like despondent. To become dejected and lose confidence. Yeah. He ends up in the Bog of Despond. And it's either hope or faith is the name that every character is named for, it's like a concept, like hope, faith, all this. And whichever one it is, that part of the book pulls them out. They serve a similar role in the book. I'm not going to spoil it. You should read it. It's a fucking phenomenal. It's the best fucking book in the world. It's so goddamn good. And I've always liked that notion that the journey doesn't actually start with like, woohoo, I'm so positive. And I mean, it might start that way. Like, I'm going to go do it and do the thing. But very quickly you'll become totally despondent, totally dejected. And today has been that for me, which is funny because I just started this little series less than a week ago, like 5 days ago. And here's what happened over the past few days. I've been trying to get myself to get up early in the morning, and I wake up and I just don't pull myself out of bed. And what's funny is that with me like staying off of social media and all the other shit that would distract me or pull me down vibrationally, if that's a term that you're privy to, which I don't know anything about vibrating on the right frequency, but I do like that idea, brings down your vibrations. I've been sticking with the good and refusing to give in to the bad, right? I gotta stop eating on these videos. It's so gross, and the mic is so sensitive. Let me at least turn the mic down a little bit. It just makes it so much more comfortable to eat while I record these. I just gave you some. Stop it. Stop. You would think that the whole answer would just be like, and then just start getting up early, and there you go. That's like your last thing. Like, once you're getting up early in the morning, while you're up, Christian, you're moving in the right direction. Well, that's true, but I've been fucking that up. Last time I was trying to do this, get up early every morning, it took me 2 weeks of always setting my alarm before I finally started to do it consistently. And that was right before I fell off in a lot of ways. I'm not going to get into all that. Every little, precise detail about my personal history of personal growth. But I've only been doing this for less than a week now. And what was funny was that today I was probably right where, like, just good enough where I could have comfortably gone and performed at the open mic, just from practicing consistently every single day, which I have been. But I wasn't quite happy with it. And what I should have said to myself was, well, I'll still go, because I'm meeting my buddy there. But stop it. Stop. Please stop. Stop. For the love of God, stop. I can't focus. I don't know if you can hear him fucking whining. Dude, shut up. Oh my God. It's only while I'm talking to a fucking camera, too. He doesn't beg this much if I'm not. It's so annoying. It's like he wants to make it impossible for me to record. It just breaks up everything, ruins the whole flow. I'm gonna try to lock in for the rest of this. I gotta pause this. I moved my pizza rolls so that he wouldn't keep asking for them. Yeah, I was getting to a point that I wanted to be at. I knew it was gonna take he's still whining. I knew it was gonna take I feel bad when I put him upstairs. So I never do. I was like ready. I was like just barely like ready enough. And honestly, all I should have done was just said to myself, you know what? Maybe tonight's not the night. Maybe I'll do this maybe I'll be ready next week. I thought I might need a full week before I was ready to start singing again. And it's pretty ambitious to be like, I'll take 4 or 5 days of rehearsing after not singing at all for forever, and then just be ready to go on stage and feel good about it. Like, I get it. But that's not really what happened. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to at least play the acoustic open mic, right? And it's really important to me that I record every single... He's ringing his bell now to go outside. It's really important to me that I record every single performance that I do. I want to make a YouTube channel, call it Christian Klein Performance Archive, and put every single performance online to be saved for posterity, right? So before I leave, I'm hooking up my iPhone to the computer to get the videos off, and I swear to God, like, why is it that the newer a technology is, the more unreliable and fucked up and annoying it is? That everything that was old just worked and still works, and anything that's new, you know you're gonna run into fucking 70,000 goddamn fucking problems. I've gotten to the point where if I'm doing anything at all with technology, I'm expecting it to more than likely fail than to actually work. That's not how it should be. It doesn't even make any sense. And dude, getting videos off of an iPhone onto a non-Apple PC is the most... You have to be a fucking rocket scientist to do it successfully, and you still won't. And I'm not going to get into the whole rigmarole about how fucked up it is and how impossible it is to work, but I'm not joking. Like, 40 minutes later, I'm leaving now way later than I wanted to, I still have not gotten videos off of my iPhone so that I can have the space to record stuff tonight. I was like so pissed. And there's this thing that I do, and this is when it gets vulnerable. All right, this is the stuff I didn't want to put in the diary, and I'm realizing today I've got to put this stuff in the diary because it would be really gay just to always put, I'm so positive and optimistic and happy and wise, and I'm going to succeed and everything's all right. Because I have flaws and I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm here getting pissed at my dog, my cute little dog in front of you. So maybe that's proof of that. And, I don't hurt him or anything. I didn't get that pissed. I've gotten pisser. And only because of this though. He always says that shit. It's like the most frustrating thing. Whenever I'm in my car alone, I talk to myself generally anyway. And, as soon as I got in my car, it was just such a, like, trying every fucking thing and nothing's working. You go to my laptop instead, I can't even get the videos, I can't even begin to get the videos off my iPhone, onto my laptop. Like, just so pissed. And I'm like yelling about it. I'm like, I'm so fucking pissed off. Like, literally, like, yelling like that. And I was like, you gotta chill out. Especially because you're gonna hurt your voice. And I didn't think I could, like, hurt my voice. But what I decided to do, I was like, well, I'm trying to kind of like write comedy passively right now. I did some comedy a while ago and was actually pretty fucking good at it. I was kind of have a natural ability at comedy, it seems. And I thought, well, I think what would, and I was already thinking this before I was, raging, before I was crashing out alone in my car. I was like, this would make a good bit, just ranting about tech. If people would relate to that. Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that all modern technology is completely insufferable to attempt to use. And so what I did was I started, it was really funny actually. It was really funny. I started just screaming in my, like, talking about, and then progressively, pretty quickly, screaming about the events, every single step of plugging this phone, and didn't work, tried a different plug, then it was gonna work, but then every little thing. And I'm screaming about the entire thing, and it was really funny actually, and I might use that for stage. But this is what's so crazy. Like I said, my thought as I started was like, first of all, before I turned it into like a bit where I was actually just angry and not recording it into my phone, and just recording audio, by the way, not recording video, because obviously I don't have the space for that on my phone because of the issues. I had this thought, even like this like prayerful thought of like, don't get angry. And also, like, if you scream about this shit right now, like, just don't get angry, because getting angry is stupid. Like, that's like the God thing. God is telling me that, you know? And also, you could hurt your voice. And I kind of like ignored that so I could do this dumb little bit, which would be cathartic. It would be a nice way to vent as well, even to over vent. And you know what happened? I finished the recording and my voice is completely shot. And you don't understand, like, I knew I might kind of like cause some roughness in it. No, like, it's shot. Like, the only time I had that happen was when I was like pretty young and went to my first concert, which was Black Veil Brides. It was like screaming all night. That's the only time I've had that happen. My voice was completely shot. And that lasted like a few days, like a weekend. I don't know how long it was going to last, but it was so fucked up I couldn't sing. And it was just this like crazy moment of like, whoa. Like, I worked like for like these last several days to like get a good set list together. I was singing well. I was on this like high. And then like today was like another day where I didn't wake up early. I was already feeling bad about that. I didn't work as hard as I should have when I was woken up. I was getting distracted by shit. I even watched like a YouTube video like last night, and then like I don't remember if I did today. Like really like watch like just like browse YouTube. I started to, and it was just like, wow, I'm fucking up. Like, I'm already fucking up, and like I'm not really as ready as I want to be. And now on top of all that, not only did I not get my fucking phone ready to record, but now my voice is completely shot because I thought it'd be funny to go get angry, even though I knew by wisdom that I shouldn't, and that it could hurt my voice. Now I can't even sing. It's not even that I can't record the video. I was going to record the audio anyway, you know what I mean? Now I'm just not singing at all. Did all this work for nothing. And it was hours. I mean, I've been singing for hours. I've gotten several hours under my belt since I started. I didn't even sing at all on Thursday, since Friday. It's just Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, right? Because I don't do anything on Sundays. You know, I've gotten a lot of time. I didn't even think about it that way. It was really just Friday, Saturday, and Monday before today, and I've gotten this much time. I really did do good, just to waste it all, and to get myself to a state where I can't even sing. And there was just something so despondent about that moment. There was something so like, just like real, and I was literally saying yesterday, like, I'm happy again. Like, already, like, I'm happier than I've ever been, just because I'm so, like, looking forward to the future. And this job that I mentioned earlier, I don't know if that's going to come through. I mentioned that in the first diary. I don't know if that job's going to come through either, by the way. I'm starting to think it might not. And that's all. And I don't know if I have anything else to say about that. Just that right now I'm despondent. And here's the goal. For some reason I am tired, which is good, even though I slept a lot last night. But I've been sleeping for like 12 hours. I slept for like 8, maybe even less, yesterday. And I was getting tired for I don't know where today. We're really just at the peak of my like depressiveness. And there's just a lot of shit that I'm like already encountering. Like like for instance, like one of many, but probably the most obvious is that I get really depressed about the idea, not depressed, just like anxious and like self-conscious about the idea of practicing here, because it's like my parents think I'm such a fucking loser for still continuing to do anything to follow this faggy little dream. I feel so humiliated and dumb. I feel like a fucking child. I'm 28 years old. I should just be doing things that are like adult and are gonna directly and easily contribute to my finances, and yet I'm still thinking like, no, I'm gonna do the art and even make money that way, right? And so I'm just like I find it difficult to practice. I find it difficult to sit down here in my fucking parents' basement and sing. And that, among other things, are things that I'm realizing I just have to like get over. I gotta let him out real quick. I think he's ringing his bell to go outside. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get into every little way that I realize I still need to change. But that's all it is. And I think that's all this is. it's whatever, anyone will experience it manifest in all kinds of different ways. So this is my Bog of Despond. This is my very first part of the journey where that's it, you become despondent. And I think what it is in reality is something like, there's probably all kinds of ways it happens, probably all kinds of reasons it happens. One of those reasons, clearly, is that before you're doing something, you can imagine it to be whatever you want to imagine it to be. And you can imagine yourself to do whatever you can imagine yourself to hold whatever level of diligence you want to imagine yourself to hold. All the positivity for something you're not actively doing yet, you can be as positive as you want to be. This is actually a thing that I talk about, rather than being pessimistic and being optimistic are both bad, because really what you could do is say, well, I'm going to succeed immediately. I'm going to be signed by fucking Atlantic Records. I'm gonna have UMG, Atlantic, and Sony fighting over me within a month. There's literally no end to the amount. By the way, I'm also going to do 200 push-ups every day and sing for 8 hours and go to work for 8 hours. And every Saturday when I don't have work, I'm going to be singing for 20 and writing music. I'm going to finish my musical, the musical that I worked so hard on with a friend of mine. I'm going to give it its final little once-over, have a script done, I don't know, tomorrow morning. You can imagine not just the success you might have, even just the things you might do, the capabilities you might prove. And I think what happens is then when we start to engage and actually actively participate in your own life, you're going to immediately realize your shortcomings. That's where I'm at. And I'm just going to say this, at this point in my life, and this is the real thing for me, having been addicted to porn for my entire life, okay? This is the time where I'm not on it, and so whatever I need to do to improve myself, I will do. Because I don't have that holding me back. I don't have that perpetually keeping me from being the person I want to be, no matter what I do. And so that's where I'm at, is that I am luckily tired. And I'll probably be able to fall asleep when I go to bed here. It's 10:24, so 11, and then I'm going to wake up at 4. That is my goal every night. And I've heard that from more than one person now. Like that exact schedule. It's very strange. Going to sleep at 11, waking up at 4, and getting to work. And that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll be able to sing tomorrow. I don't know if my voice is already better. I think it will be better, if not tomorrow, then the next day. I really don't think I fucked it up that bad. But that's where I'm at. I'm at this point where I feel like I didn't even get, if I practiced more, I would have been just pristine, ready to sing today. I didn't even get that far, nor did I get my iPhone cleared out. And then I fucked up my voice. Oh, and this is the funniest thing, by the way. You know how I was talking about that I did a little recording of me screaming and ranting about technology and my iPhone and all that? And that would be really funny. You probably want to hear that. It'd be a smart thing to post on this channel if it's good enough. It didn't save it. Like, that was the first recording it chose to not properly record or save. It was me ranting about how all this technology is fucked up and crap. My dog just barked. I let him in. And so at this point, it's still like, oh great, I'm still basically a fucked up loser. Let's keep going. Let's keep marching along. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow. This is my plan. And I pledge right now to come through. I'm going to get up early. I mean, if I don't fall asleep till midnight or something, then I'll get up at 5 or 6 or whatever, right? But I'm going to get up early. Ideally at 4. And if I can't practice music, because my voice is still too fucked up and damaged. Maybe I'll still do a little bit, but I'll still go to the open mic at night just to show support, just to put another body in the room. And I'll still make sure I write tomorrow. And I'll still make sure I'm like actively moving and up. I'll do some push-ups, all these things that would be good to do. Maybe do some more writing. Maybe do another diary entry for Gate to Space, my gay little project. That's what I'll do. And I'm hoping my voice is just good and I can just rehearse all day. Certainly not guaranteed, but we'll see. And so that's where I'm at. I'm moving in the right direction, but immediately I'm getting pretty dejected, pretty down on myself, pretty doubtful of myself. And so yeah, just know, and I wanted it to be like this. I knew it was going to be like this, by the way. As in, I wanted this diary to not just include the good. And it was too pretty sugary sweet. Literally, I was eating ice cream, so it was really sugary sweet. It was a bit too corny before this entry, right? It's a bit too like, everything's going to be awesome. I'm going to be the hero. I'm a fucking human, for better or for worse. Mostly for worse. I try to turn myself into an automaton, but I'm too anxious and bitch mode. I'm too bitch made to do that. So, yeah. I'm gonna see if I can correct this shit and get moving in the right direction tomorrow. And hey, maybe pretty soon you'll be seeing, if I fucking stick with it, man, you'll be seeing some videos of me singing on stage. And maybe soon you'll see me booking some shows. I'm trying to make this, treat it like a business at this point, which I never really have done. I should have. I never really done that. I'm trying to think of it in terms of a plan of this step has to go before this step and then this step, And I've got to be practicing like a madman. The main reason is because, there's a state you get in when you're doing music dedicatedly all day, or at least for many hours every single day, right? And it's like this, you're swallowed into this void grip that the music has on you, and you can see it in your eyes when you sing. And I've been there only for a bit of time, and I'm just wondering, it's basically don't I know the whole blueprint now? Haven't I tried enough to just render true beauty and gotten there? Nice little, handful of times, several times, or, haven't I gotten there enough times that now I know how to get there and how to sustain it, which is just really a matter of not doing things to destroy it, like drugs, porn, video games, and YouTube, right? I'm isn't that where I'm at? And if I keep going every single day in this mode of not letting those distractions interfere with my goal, and thus naturally improving upon myself day by day, won't I get there again, where I'm creating something beautiful and interesting that people will respond to, that matters? And once I'm there, then there will be a reason, a meaning for showing this stuff to people. Because it'll enrich their lives. It'll be beautiful. It'll be right. And I'll be right. And I'll have demonstrated that, proven that through actual demonstration by way of manifesting it in video form online. I know that sounds like a really crazy way to put it, but that's all I'm fucking looking for, is to become the person and then be presently available, displayed as the person. It's like vanity, but it's virtue. It's like living as a column of virtue. I know that's kind of schizophrenic and weird, but that's, as of now, the best way I can describe it. That's genuinely what I'm searching for. Alright, that was embarrassingly vulnerable. Regardless, we'll see how I do. First step, gotta be going to bed. I'm getting up on time tomorrow. I'll let you know how it all goes. Peace out.